Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the Lincoln Cardinals Sports Network. I'm Lane Johnson. I will be your host tonight as we take in some Lincoln Cardinals boys basketball action here in a senior night fashion between the Lincoln Cardinals and the Greyhounds. Sorry about that. The Greyhounds of Windsor. As I mentioned, this is a senior night fashion, and we're going to get right into the Essence Drive-In starting lineups, starting with the Windsor side. Number 4, Avon Burkhart. Number 5, Peyton Witherspoon. Number 13, Caden Paxton. Number 23, Parker Craig. And number 30, well, I don't have a number 30 on my lineup here. I didn't hear the name, but I don't have a number 30, so we're going to call him number 30. And now we'll go to the starting lineups for Lincoln. Nothing's changed. So we've got our graphic here, again, brought to you by Essence Drive-In. Number 0, Connor Line, a senior. Number 1, Caleb Mundy, a senior. Number 3, Kyle Eckhoff, a senior. Number 12, Matt Kessie, a senior. Number 23, Ross Johnson, also a senior. Lincoln's got a nice crowd in attendance tonight. Windsor's traveled okay as well. Lincoln 22-0 and receiving quite a bit of attention from KY3 Sports Zone as the number 5 team in Class 2 basketball in Missouri will be playing host to the Greyhounds, 6-13 on the season. And we are set to get underway here. Hesse with a decisive height advantage here, going to win that tip easily. And we'll get underway. Mundy thought about a 3 there right off the rip. And a 2-3 zone out of Windsor here. An aggressive zone getting out beyond the 3-point line. Lincoln accustomed to playing against zone defense a lot this year. Mundy gonna shoot from 3, no good. Paxton came up with the rebound, and Windsor wants to push right into a turnover. They do. Connor Line all the way to the rack. Left hand off the steal with the easy 2-point basket. And Lincoln will draw first blood. Man defense as usual for Lincoln tonight. Craig going to go at Hesse. Wild shot won't go. Eckhoff with a contested rebound. And now Lincoln wants to push. Hesse in transition is going to be fouled by number 30. Again, don't have a name here or a number 30. So that foul is on him, his first. And the first against Windsor, as Hesse's going to see 2 of them here. Great looking shot there on the first. And a perfect trip to the line for the senior. Peyton Witherspoon going to bring the ball up the floor, guarded by Johnson. Strong ball screen by Paxton. Hesse tries to get up and impact that shot. Nice left-hand finish by Witherspoon. And now a full-court press. And a turnover as Eckhoff fires that out of the reach of Johnson's outstretched arms. Now Lincoln going to do a little pressing of their own here. A 2-2-1. And here's the trap they want. Johnson and Line force a backcourt. So Lincoln able to force a turnover there thanks to the half-court line and a nice trap. Now Eckhoff in the short corner dumps it over to Johnson. Nice pump fake. And that shot sits on the front of the rim for a long second and falls through for the senior. Kyle Eckhoff with the assist on that basket. And now Connor Line, strong rebound. Looked like he was fouled by Craig. No call. Line tees up a three-point shot from the right wing. And Witherspoon boards it. Now Witherspoon all the way inside. Left hand won't go. Hesse affected that shot. Johnson ends up with the rebound. Mundy attacks out of the corner. Finds Johnson. Good extra pass. Now Connor Line on his second three-point shot. Finds the bottom. That shot didn't touch anything but the bottom of the net. Coach Berkey wants a 30-second timeout. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you by Estes Drive-In. Looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat? Estes Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with Estes Drive-In. So stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack is a one-stop shop and apparel brand that has one goal in mind: to bring your vision to life. Commissioning custom printing shouldn't be hard. Make it easy at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Located just south of Lincoln on 65 Highway. Stop in, visit their page on Facebook.
So after the timeout, Lincoln will pull things back to a half-court defensive approach. Mundy nearly stole that pass. Paxton left alone, long two. Good look at the shot by the senior. Good patience by Mundy. Now a nice pass to the cutting Johnson. And Johnson scores two more as Connor Line picks up an assist. Lincoln really attacking the zone defense effectively with the pass and kick method. Long three-point shot, long rebound. It's Connor Line's. Mundy short corner, Hesse short corner, fires it across court to Mundy. And Connor Line comes flying in out of nowhere for an offensive rebound. Good hands by Witherspoon. Just can't get the basketball away from Eckhoff for long. Eckhoff recovers it and then draws a foul. That foul going to go against number 4, Avon Burkhart, his second team foul for Windsor. And we've got our first sub of the night as Bryce Call, a senior, comes off the bench for Caleb Mundy. Kyle Eckhoff from the corner, bottom. Assist for Connor Line there. And Lincoln has come out shooting the basketball well. Just a few nights after winning their second consecutive conference tournament championship game against Tipton. In that game, Lincoln managed to go the distance, win the basketball game without making a single three-point shot. They will not get to make that claim for this game as they've already made several. And Kyle Eckhoff fouls for the first time for the Cardinals. And Paxton here shooting 2. Was money on the first and smooth on the second. Windsor going to continue to press Lincoln. Connor Line gets it across to Hesse. Line's going to tee up a 3, and that one also money. Bryce Call with the assist, and Lincoln is on fire here in the first quarter with 17 points out of the gate. Craig going to work on Call. Great defense. They're going to say Call fouled him. I thought he got the ball there. But that's why I'm up here and they're down there. That's Bryce's first foul and the second team foul against Lincoln. Parker Craig at the line, a junior for this Windsor Greyhound team. He goes 2 for 2. Windsor going to pull the press off mid-possession here. Back to the 2-3. Bryce Call loses it. Peyton Paxton with the steal. Now 30 going to try a three-point shot. That looked good. Parker Craig got credit for that assist. And Windsor's within 6 here with 2:10 remaining in the opening quarter. It's been a high-scoring affair. Both teams shooting the basketball well. Johnson out to Eckhoff. Eckhoff short, and Johnson fouls on the rebound. That was Peyton Witherspoon who had position and bodied Johnson to the side. All Johnson could do was foul. And now Caleb Mundy will come on for Johnson. .30 again from the top of the key. Again, a sweet-looking shot. Windsor enjoying themselves as they pull to within 3. Hesse fires one cross court. Good extra pass. Now Mundy's going to attack this zone. He turns the basketball over. Now Windsor with an opportunity here to cut it even closer. Paxton thought about it from the corner. Gets Hesse in the air. Hesse can't quite recover. Paxton scores the deuce. And it's 17-16 here with just over a minute left in the opening quarter. Lincoln, known for their defense, coming into this ballgame allowing just over 36 points per game, has given up 16 in the opening quarter. Hesse and one, it looked like, and sounded like Witherspoon slapped him across the arm as he shot that layup. No foul call. It's not often that I can hear skin-on-skin contact from up here, but that time I did. Now 30, pull-up jump shot with Line blanketed all over him, finds it, and he is hot here to start this ball game. Connor Line dumps down to Call, who's going to try one from the short corner. It won't rattle through. Windsor's going to have the last possession here, 5 seconds. Witherspoon, top of the key, gets around Mundy. Mundy blocks him. Now Eckhoff's going to try a long heave at the end of the buzzer, and it won't go. So Lincoln on top here after 1, but not as clean of a fashion as you might have thought, just looking at the records. It's 19-18, and Windsor is on fire every bit as much as Lincoln is. We're going to stay right here for the quarter break and talk about some insurance. A couple of local insurance companies that have decided to support this broadcast and support Lincoln basketball. We'll start with Shelter Insurance, the Leanne Beeman Agency. Play ball with an insurance team that wins. The Leanne Beeman Agency has terrific customer service, policies you can count on, and rates that won't break the bank. Call the Leanne Beeman Agency at 660-547-0099 today for a free quote. You'll be glad you did. We're also brought to you by Farmers Mutual Protective Association. They have provided insurance coverage to farmers and homeowners in Lincoln and the surrounding areas since 1882. In that time, they have earned a reputation as honest and reasonable providers who will help determine the exact insurance that works best for you, your family, and your way of life. Contact Farmers Mutual Protective Association today at 660-547-2323. We are back here in a tightly contested game between foes. Lincoln Cardinals and the Windsor Greyhounds locked up 19-18. There's been a lot of excellent shooting taking place and excellent finishing around the rim as Caden Paxton gets to the rim, shoots it with his right hand over Hesse, and gives the Greyhounds their first lead of the night. Lincoln determined to right that wrong here quickly. Eckhoff went baseline and got fouled. That foul on Caden Paxton will be his first and the third against the Greyhounds here. Hesse and Call going to take a seat for Johnson and Everhart. Lincoln moving the ball around now, going to call a set. After a little bit of confusion, Lincoln gets it started here. Mundy get extra pass on the line from the corner, air ball. Now 30 with the ball, he's going to push. Good transitional defense there by Lincoln to stop that break. Paxton working on Johnson, spins around, wild shot won't go. Johnson then secures the rebound. Will Lincoln try and beat the zone defense down the floor? It's a job by Windsor to get set back up. Eckhoff on the attack. It's fouled. They're going to say on the floor. That foul against number 5, Peyton Witherspoon. Windsor fans wanted to travel. Won't get one. Eckhoff wide open off the inbounds from 3, won't fall. 30 with a rebound. I wish I could say a name for him, but I simply just don't have him on my, I don't have a 30 on my roster. Windsor has had this lead now for a couple minutes. 30 gets a three-point shot up and finds the bottom. Yet again, he has not missed. Now Lincoln down by 4 against a team that last week, when the conference tournament took place, lost in the play-in game. Mundy forces up a floater. It's short. Now Windsor with an opportunity to push this lead up even more. Witherspoon gets to his left hand, short off the front rim, and then fouls Connor Lyon on the rebound. Witherspoon didn't like that foul call. That's the 5th against the Greyhounds. Hesse inside. That's one way to get off a schneid right there, is get it to the big fella on the block. That ball rattled around and fell home. I believe the assist went to Connor Lyon there. And Lincoln's within 2. I alluded to it a moment ago, but Windsor there, Paxton throws away. Lyon's going to hustle out hustle everybody to the basketball, get to the rim, and nearly had a 3-point opportunity there. Good foul by Aaron Mickey to stop Connor Line from getting an easy two. Now Connor Line will step to the line and shoot two. In that play-in game, the 8-9 matchup between Smithton and Windsor. Smithton, that game was to go and see who was going to play the one-seeded Lincoln Cardinals. And Smithton got the better of Windsor by 5 in Windsor. And this is the first time as Line splits a pair and Johnson comes up with the improbable offensive rebound to keep this alive for Lincoln. Johnson short corner, gets it up to Mundy, who shoots a three, and it bricks in as he trapped it between the rim and the backboard for a moment. It falls through. Johnson recorded his second assist there. And this is admittedly the first time that I've seen Windsor play this year. And based off of what I was seeing on Misha, I was surprised at their struggles and their record and some of the outcomes of some of their games. But if you look and you kind of look at the records of the teams they've played, they have a tendency, at least on paper, to play to the level of their opponent. Some of the best teams they've played this year have beat them by the lowest margins. And finally, 30 is off the mark as that shot misses the rim entirely and goes to Kyle Eckhoff, who is then fouled all the way at the other end. So a bad foul there. I believe that's against Parker Craig, his first. And Eckhoff hits the front end of a 1-and-1. Second one off the mark. Caden Paxton with a board. Paxton from 2 over Hesse. That's a good-looking jump shot by the senior as he pulls his team back within 1. Eckhoff on the reversal, tries a 3-point shot. It won't go. Witherspoon rebound. And a lot of speed out here for Windsor, and a turnover. Line knocked it away. Johnson ended up with it. Now a timeout, a short 30-second timeout by Windsor. We're going to stay here because the action's just so good. Some of the best teams Windsor's played this year, like Sacred Heart, Cole Camp, Northwest, Tipton, the top end of the conference. 2 of their closer losses on the season came from both Sacred Heart and Northwest, who were unable to blow them out. However, if you look at Cole Camp and Tipton, each of those 2 teams were able to beat this Windsor team by 25 or more. There were several other close losses on the season and some close wins. Knowing Windsor from football season and also just the success they've had at being competitive these last few years and more than just football and basketball, I really thought they would be kind of a tough out. And they have proved me right here so far. Kyle Eckhoff gets to the rim, can't finish. And now Windsor not going to push so hard. Witherspoon going to attack Johnson. No, I'm sorry, that's Burkhart. Lincoln definitely starting to ratchet up the defense a little bit here as Windsor getting to more ball screens now. Witherspoon, nice take. Moved Mundy significantly with that jab and gets to the left hand, takes the contact, and gets it to go through. They're going to call Mundy for the body foul. And Witherspoon gives Windsor another lead and an opportunity here to extend that lead. And converted 3-point play. He does both. Connor Line kind of stutters there at the 3-point line and misses. 30 is hurt. And Peyton Witherspoon with no numbers goes in, turns it over. Mundy ends up with it. Windsor's coach not pleased that the referees did not stop play. Witherspoon dribbled into a turnover. Mundy went the distance, scored to 2, and that's when they stopped it. Windsor coach still pleading his case. So Lincoln ties the basketball game back up at 28. And this is, I would have to look to know officially, as Mundy's on-ball defense turns Burkhardt over. He stepped on the line. I would have to look to say officially, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the most points Lincoln has allowed in a first half ball game all season long. And we still have 2.5 minutes to play here. Windsor really hitting the spots that Lincoln hasn't been able to defend quite yet, as Line knocks down another 3-point shot. Craig goes at Johnson, has to fade away. Pretty good defense there by the senior. Connor Line's going to push, and looking for Mundy there under the basket. Burkhardt, good hustle to keep Lincoln from getting the easy 2. Connor Line gets inside. Left-hand finish won't go. Offensive board back up and gets it to go. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Worked out there for Connor Line as Lincoln now leads by 5. Paxton gets around Hesse. Floater won't go. Aaron Mickey ends up with it and scores the putback off the offensive rebound. Eckhoff wants to attack. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So a turnover there by the senior. Now with a minute left to play here in the first half, Windsor down by 3 with the ball. Thirty's going to try a 3. Oh, that one was nearly in before it came out. Nice rebound by Mack. Now Lincoln running in transition. As he thought about a long 2 there. Instead, drives, kicks it out to Line. He can't finish. Johnson keeps it alive for Lincoln with an offensive rebound. Now Mundy maybe had an opportunity to shoot it there, but lost his dribble. Eckhoff with a nice pull-up over a Mack Hesse screen. And that's a shot that Lincoln wants. Witherspoon, wild shot, won't go. Johnson, rebound. Line misses the 2-point shot. And then blocks it. A lot to unpack there at the end of the first half. A lot of action. And we've seen a couple times Lincoln have an opponent that gets them to play this helter-skelter pace that they're just not accustomed to playing. And this has been an example of that so far. Windsor really has sped this game up. It started with kind of a token. It wasn't a token press. Windsor was trapping off the press, but really it was just to speed Lincoln up, and Lincoln obliged. And then Lincoln also did a little pressing of their own. neither team really sticking to it that much, but both teams, off of a defensive rebound, have looked to absolutely run and push the pace, namely Windsor, and that has affected Lincoln's pace. And I think that, coupled with honestly just tremendous 3-point shooting, is what has us here 35-30 between a 6-13 Windsor Greyhound team and a 22-0 and state-ranked Lincoln Cardinal team. So it's been a fun one. I would expect that to continue here. We'll see what these two teams come up with out of the break. We're going to go to a break here as we acquire all of our statistics and get ready for the halftime show. Stick with us. Lane Johnson here on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228. This break is brought to you by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. This break is brought to you by Tolliver's Tire and Towing. In need of tire or automotive repair? Perhaps you've been in an accident and need a tow. Try Tolliver's Tire and Towing. Their knowledgeable repair crew and round-the-clock towing service can get you out of any pinch. For a tow, call 660-287-4849. This break is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Are you missing that human touch with your bank? Go talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. They're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Stop by and see them at 101 South 65 Highway in Lincoln or 1695 Hilltop Drive in Warsaw. Your community, your bank, your relationship. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Shirley's Highway Cafe. Shirley's Highway Cafe serves a full breakfast and lunch menu from 6 to 2 Sunday through Friday and 6 a.m. to noon on Saturdays. If you're hungry for breakfast, try a good old-fashioned omelet or the biscuits and gravy. If it's lunch you're looking for, they've got the best country fried steak and mashed potatoes around. Shirley's Highway Cafe is located on Highway 65 in Lincoln, so give them a try on your next trip through town or call them for carryout at 660-547-3500. By AB Studio and Design. AB Studio and Design specializes in senior, family, and wedding photography. They also offer a variety of design and video services for businesses as well as personal sessions. With over 15 years of experience in the industry, Amy can help you with almost any project. Check out AB Studio and Design on Facebook or give Amy a call at 660-723-5015. This broadcast is brought to you by Estes Drive-In. Looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat? Estes Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with Estes Drive-In. So stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516. Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack is a one-stop shop and apparel brand that has one goal in mind: to bring your vision to life. Commissioning custom printing shouldn't be hard. Make it easy at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Located just south of Lincoln on 65 Highway, stop in, visit their page on Facebook, or give them a call today at 660-776-2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. We are live here at halftime. We're going to bring you the Halftime show brought to you by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. We appreciate their contribution to this broadcast and others like it. And we appreciate them bringing you this halftime show. So before we cut there for the halftime break, we mentioned the pace playing a role in this high-scoring affair, one that sees a sub-500 Windsor Greyhound team that's pretty athletic and can shoot the ball, playing very tightly with a state-ranked and undefeated team coming off of one of their most emotional wins of the season at home. And, a big part of that was the shooting. Windsor 3 for 6 from downtown, while on the other side, Lincoln shooting 33%, 5 for 15. Lincoln is right there winning the rebounding department with a slight edge, 15-12. As far as turnovers go, both teams have played relatively cleanly. Lincoln's turned it over unofficially 4 times, and Windsor's turned it over unofficially 6 times. And really just the shooting, in my mind, what's keeping Windsor so close. Windsor as a team from the floor, 11 for 23. That's 47%. 50% from downtown and 100% at the free throw line. 5 for 5 as a team. Leading the charge from a scoring standpoint for Lincoln, Connor Lyons got 14 first half points. He's 3 for 7 from downtown, 5 for 11 from the floor. Kyle Eckhoff next up with 6. Mac Hesse also has 6. Mundy has 5 and Johnson has 4. And that's all the scoring for the Lincoln Cardinals. And that is the halftime report brought to you by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call at 660-438-7228. I also want to go ahead and read our presenting sponsorship ad. That is S's Drive-In. You see their logo at the beginning of the game on starting lineups. You see it at the bottom of your screen on the scoreboard. That's because they're our presenting sponsor and a huge reason that this broadcast is even possible. S's Drive-In, if you're looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat, S's Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with S's Drive-In. So stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516. Another major contributor for this broadcast, it is a Spooky Bear Media production, is Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack is a one-stop shop and apparel brand that has one goal in mind, to bring your vision to life. Commissioning custom printing shouldn't be hard. Make it easy at Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Located just south of Lincoln on 65 Highway. Stop in and visit their Facebook page, or give them a call at 660-776-2021 and see if they can help you. We're also brought to you by We the People Cattle Company. We the People Cattle Company is a family farm operation with one goal in mind, to provide hormone and antibiotic-free food that's not only fresh but incredibly tasty. We the People Cattle Company is more than just a grocery store, as they provide homegrown beef and pork, as well as take and bake meals, baked goods, smoked meats, and more. Open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 3 on Saturday. Located just north of Lincoln on 65 Highway. Stop in and see what they mean when they say we're done with the bull. We are back here with some third quarter action. Lincoln on top by 5. Connor Line gets stripped going to the basket. Lincoln sticking with his man defense. And then Hesse takes it away. Johnson short corner, dribbles into a teammate, and then throws it away. That's a turnover for Johnson. And an unforced error here and a tight ball game. Paxton going right at Hesse. Gets around him. Help defense comes from Monday. They're going to say that Mac pushed him. That's his first foul. First team foul for Lincoln here in the second half. Witherspoon right into the chest of Eckhoff. Floats up an air ball. Now Mundy has the rebound, and with numbers, Lincoln will push. Good steal by Johnson. Connor Line gets all the way to the rack and scores 2. Lincoln on top by 7. Now Hesse takes it away. And Lincoln going to push again here. Hesse one-on-one with Burkhart, gets to the rim. And they're going to call that a blocking foul against number 4, Avon Burkhart. Hesse, being in the act of shooting, is going to see 2 of them here. And while he shoots the first, we're going to talk about Wright's Machine Shop. These free throws brought to you by them. Since 1958, Wright's Machine Shop has been a staple of the Lincoln community. So whether it's fixing something old or making something new work better for you, go see Steve and Stanley Wright at Wright's Machine Shop for all your fabrication and machine work needs. They are conveniently located at 503 North Highway 65 in Lincoln. You can also give them a call at 660-547-3356 as Hesse goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Number 30, since opening the game 4 for 4 on jump shots, has since gone cold, missing 3 in a row. Great attack by Connor Line out of the corner off of the attack and kick by Mundy. Connor Line scores the 2. And Lincoln now leading by 11. Their highest mark since early in the first quarter. Burkhart thought about a step back 3 and then thought better of it. Witherspoon inside, a lot of contact, no call. Eckhoff with the board, Lincoln 5-on-3 here. Johnson in transition, pump fakes, and then fouled. That foul will go against Caden Paxton. His second, and the second against the Greyhounds. An empty trip to the line for Johnson as he goes 0 for 2. Come on. Eckhoff gets all the way to the basket, finishes through a ton of contact, and gives Lincoln another 10-point lead. Burkhart misses a 3-point shot, lined with a quick rebound. Now Eckhoff going to go 1-on-2. Johnson offensive rebound goes back up. It's short. Eckhoff now with a board and a deuce. And Lincoln just imposing their will on the glass there with 3 shot opportunities. Witherspoon loses the ball on his way to the basket. And Bryce Call comes on for Johnson. Hesse, big body inside, scores the 2. Now Burkhardt's shaken up. What did they say? They're going to call a walk on Paxton. Hesse got a hold of it and blocked it. I apologize, folks. We got a little discombobulation up here in the old broadcaster booth. Having a little bit of a difficulty here. Johnson back on with Mundy, Call, Eckhoff, and line. Eckhoff posted up in the short corner, goes all the way to the basket, and draws a lot of contact from Caden Paxton. Windsor a little bit disillusioned with the foul calls here. That's the third on Paxton and the third on Windsor. Eckhoff being in the shooting motion is going to see 2 here. We're going to see number 34, Connor Barnes, a freshman big man for Windsor for the first time in tonight's action. Eckhoff 2 for 2 at the line there, gives Lincoln a 16-point lead. Call with the defense inside. That's Connor Barnes going to work and drawing a foul. Barnes, empty trip to the line. Great rebound by Connor Line. And now Lincoln into the front court, trying to attack this 2-3 zone. Swinging the basketball such as this is a good way to do it, and a little bit of off-ball movement. Lincoln gets a really good look out of it. Can't make the three-point shot. Now Peyton Witherspoon out in front. Goes to the rim and misses. They've got a foul called. I didn't see the action underneath the basket. All I saw was Mundy go up and try and block it. He seemed to get his elbow on the backboard, and I think they called a foul in the aftermath. Coach Berkey is going to take a short timeout as Peyton Witherspoon is shaken up. No, they're going to say it's a full, so we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Johnson's Accounting. Johnson's Accounting has been serving the Lincoln community and its surrounding area for over 55 years. Lori and her team offer monthly business services such as sales tax, payroll, preparation of financial statements, and much more. In need of a tax return? Johnson's Accounting handles personal, small business, partnership, and corporate returns. For Johnson's Accounting, no business is too large or too small. They can handle them all. So give them a call at 660-547-3332 and see what they can do for you. Brought to you by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228.
So out of the timeout, Witherspoon is on the floor after rewatching the replay there. It looked like he caught an elbow from Monday coming out of bounds. Burkhardt off on the three, Call with a nice rebound. And Windsor coming up a little cold here from downtown. Lincoln's defense also starting to take root as Windsor turns it over again off the Lincoln turnover. Line out of the corner gets fouled, it looks like. Can't secure the rebound. Parker Craig ends up with it. Now 30, cross-court pass, going to put up a three-point shot. Won't go. Connor Line off to the races, off the rebound. It's him and Witherspoon. They're going to call it travel. A lot of hustle there. And game's starting to get emotional as each of these two teams are just growing less and less content with the physicality. Craig going to try one over call, air ball, but goes right to Witherspoon. He puts it back up with his left hand and cuts Lincoln's lead to 14. Windsor up and pressing here. And a foul by number 30. That's his second, fourth team foul by Windsor. On a line, going to attack Witherspoon, go right through him. And a charge is the call. Connor Line does not like that. That's his first foul. The Lincoln crowd also not in love with that foul call. Burkhart loses it inside. Johnson rebound. Now Eckhoff out in front. Can't finish that layup. And now a steal by Line. And this pace really picking up. Hesse tries to steal. Eckhoff goes right to the rim. And this Lincoln crowd is fired up. Connor Barnes, first foul, fifth team foul against Windsor. Eckhoff's going to see two here. First one will go. And the pace increasing, as is the emotion in the room. Eckhoff splits a pair, and Lincoln now at 50. Up by 15. Johnson on the ball. Now Witherspoon. Now 30. Now Craig. Back over to Burkhart. He thought about a three. Now 30's thinking about one. And he seemingly stepped on an ankle and sustains an injury. And he lost the basketball. They're going to call a turnover there on the Greyhounds. So it'll be Lincoln basketball. Okay, so they stopped it due to the turnover, not the injury. Okay. So call lined Hesse, Johnson, Eckhoff on the floor. Hesse inside, strong rebound, fouled by maybe two different Greyhounds, and just going to work. Gets the two to go. Lincoln now up by 17, and this game's starting to look more like what maybe we had in mind after Windsor came out just shooting the leather off the ball. 10 on the clock. Craig going at call, runs into Hesse and just flips it over his head. Hesse ends up with it. 3 on the clock. Connor Line going to shoot from three-quarter court. Hits the backboard, but will not hit the shot. And that is going to end the third quarter. Lincoln won that quarter convincingly. With a 5-point lead at half. Now a 17-point lead. And that defense that I mentioned starting to take root as they allowed a season high, in my estimation, 30 points in the first half, only to allow 5 points in the entire third quarter, whilst scoring 17 of their own. Burkhart's going to bring it into the front court for Windsor here for the final quarter. Lincoln feels to be in control now after the game was hanging in the balance at halftime. Witherspoon, corner, now Paxton. Going to go to work against Hesse. Puts his shoulder down. Layup won't go. Great defense by Hesse and a good rebound, too. Eckhoff inside to Hesse. He goes up with it and scores easily over the smaller Windsor defender. Paxton gets around Hesse, scores 2 from the corner. Now Windsor going to get up and press. Eckhoff with a nice drop off to Hesse, who jumps up immediately and lays it over the front of the rim. .30 off of a ball screen, no good on the three-point shot, and Peyton Witherspoon comes in and slaps it out of bounds. Windsor going to fall back into man, it looks like. Lincoln usually pretty surgical against man. They're going to call a reach foul against Paxton. That's his fourth and the sixth such foul against the Greyhounds. Mundy and Eckhoff and Hessian call joined by Lined here as Johnson takes a seat. 6:02 remaining in the ball game. Eckhoff off the inbound from the corner. Money ball. And Mundy records an assist there as Lincoln now leads by 21. Parker Craig attacks. They're going to say double dribble. Hesse inside, gets doubled, doesn't matter. Goes up, misses, gets his own miss, misses again. Now Connor Line comes in out of nowhere and records an offensive rebound and then a bucket. Lincoln just eating the offensive board now. Paxton with a quick move, won't score. Mundy rebound. Now Lincoln still looking to push. Mundy fires it up ahead, looking for Hesse. And his pass off target. And back Hesse. Probably done for the night now. As Camden Everhart comes on in his stead. Parker Craig all the way to the rim. Misses the shot, but Caden Paxton gets the offensive board and putback. He's got a defensive foul here before that shot that you saw. And that's going to be the seventh foul against Windsor. So we've got a 1-and-1. That foul goes against Avon Burkhart. His third. Mundy hits the first. And the second. And Riley Sanders will come on. And Kyle Eckhoff's night is probably done as well. Peyton Witherspoon tries a long three over Sanders and hits it. Connor Line breaks free off the shuffle cut for an easy deuce. Assist goes to the freshman, Riley Sanders, with the good court vision. Parker Craig going to attack call on the baseline, get blocked by Sanders. So Parker Craig attempts a two-point shot, gets blocked by Sanders, gets his own offensive rebound, and then fouled on the putback. They're going to say Bryce Call fouled him. That's his third. And the fifth team foul against the Cardinals. Craig misses short on the first. Johnson in for Line. And I would reckon that that is the end of Connor Line's night as he gets a nice round of applause from the home crowd. Craig Long on the second. Johnson with a defensive rebound. Well, maybe you didn't. I don't know. If that was wrong, take it off. Mundy gonna attack Burkhart. Nothing there. Mundy inside to Johnson. Nothing there. Mundy inside. Has it stripped away from him. Burkhart with the steal. Now Windsor going to take a timeout to do some substituting. It's a full timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Veracruz Trace. Veracruz Trace Mexican Restaurant in Lincoln delivers local and delicious Mexican cuisine served by their welcoming and caring staff. They're open from 11 to 9 on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and from 11 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Stop by at 455 North Highway 65 in Lincoln or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-0315. This timeout's also brought to you by Producers Exchange number 84. They've been selling feed, fertilizer, seed, and farm supplies in Lincoln and Ionia since 1920. Producers Exchange number 84 offers services such as custom spraying and grinding and mixing. They have two locations, one just south of Lincoln on 65 Highway, and the other at 102 North Main Street in Ionia, Missouri. So stop by today and see what Producers Exchange can do for you. Our last sponsorship ad of the night, Joanne's Printing offers all kinds of printing services from screen printing to business form, letterhead, and envelope printing. Joanne's also offers fax and copying services, so stop by at 530 North Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-547-2299 and see if Joanne's Printing can help you. Lincoln going to get to that second unit here. Ben Eckhoff, Riley Sanders, Bryce Call, Camden Everhart, and Zayden Cole on the floor for Lincoln. I think we maybe had an injury out there. I'm not sure exactly what the stoppage was, but back in now, 3:02 here on the clock. And we have the JV squads in, and what turned out to be a little bit of a blowout. Windsor was absolutely fighting there for the first 2.5 quarters, and then Lincoln's defense really took hold and started to affect Windsor. Windsor also was just outside of their minds shooting the basketball in the first half, and that stopped in the second half. Riley Sanders charged with a charge there. His first of the ball game, being a player control foul. It doesn't count towards the team foul. Riley Sanders with a nice steal. And then Carson Witherspoon whistled for a foul immediately after. Sanders secures his second look here by making the first. And it is good on the second. Aaron Mickey from three. Can't get that to fall. Nice rebound by Pipel. And then Eckhoff taps it around to himself 4 or 5 times. Then has it ripped away by Witherspoon. Now a very strong rebound by Sanders. Cole's going to throw it away and then steal it right back. And a little helter-skelter action here out of these two JV squads. Call gets it inside to Everhart. Nice soft left-hand touch. And 2 for the sophomore. That assist was Bryce Call's. Windsor turns the basketball over. And now a full timeout by Windsor. We're going to go ahead and kick it to a commercial break. We'll be back in a few moments.
This break is brought to you by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. Break is brought to you by Tolliver's Tire and Towing. In need of tire or automotive repair? Perhaps you've been in an accident and need a tow. Try Tolliver's Tire and Towing. Their knowledgeable repair crew and round-the-clock towing service can get you out of any pinch. For a tow, call 660-287-4849.
Minute 15 left here. Lincoln up by 26. And the crowd sticking around to see the senior night activities afterwards. Nice pass by Anthony Bug Schrader inside to classmate Riley Sanders. Bug won't get an assist there, but Riley is going to see 2 free throws as Mickey records his second foul of the night. Sanders continues his smooth shooting from the free throw line as he goes 2 for 2 on another trip. Good pump fake and drive by Elliott Cooley. Goes a pump fake to get Everhart in the air. Goes right to the rim. Scoop shot layup goes through. Bryce Call gets it inside from Bug. They're going to call a foul. And Bryce is going to see 2 free throws as Carson Witherspoon records his second foul. Little shooter's roll there for the senior on senior night. The second is also good. And Zayden Cole will come on for the senior as he gets a nice round of applause. Hickey fouled on his way to the basket. He's going to see a 1-and-1 here. Hits the front end. Man, good on the second. Lincoln going to try and possess the basketball here without turning 25 seconds. Now just with 5 left. Looks like they're going to get that done. As Riley Sanders pulls it out and sits his right foot on Abe, the Cardinal. Lincoln with a dominant game here in the second half. It looked like there might be trouble at the first half. However, defense led the way as they only allowed 16 second half points and scored, I believe, a season high 72 points on the night. Only allowed 16 points in the second half, and that was a huge reason they were able to pull away down the stretch. We're not going to waste any time here. We're going to get right into the post-game show brought to you by Johnson's Accounting and bring you the Most Valuable Player Award along with some statistics. A lot of scoring tonight out of Lincoln. Connor Line led the way, 22 points on 9 of 8 from the floor, 3 for 8 from downtown. Didn't do his normal free throw act tonight, as he only got to the line 2 times, but he did put in 9 rebounds, 2 of those on the offensive end, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. A complete game for the senior. Matt Kessy also continued his scoring barrage from the conference tournament games with 16 tonight, 6 for 9 from the floor, 4 for 4 from the line. He had 6 boards, a steal, and a block. Kyle Lekoff next up had 15 points on 5 from 13 shooting, 2 for 6 from downtown, 3 for 6 from the line. He had 5 boards, a steal, and 3 assists. Caleb Mundy next up, 7 points. He had 2 boards, an assist, and a steal, and a block. Johnson had 4 points with 7 rebounds. He had a steal and 2 assists. And then Riley Sanders had 4 points. Bryce Call had 2. Camden Everhart had 2. And that will round out the scoring for tonight's action. Connor Line going to be tonight's Johnson's Accounting Most Valuable Player as he made his impact felt in all 3 phases, on offense, defense, and on the glass. 22 points, 9 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Great game by the senior. Great game by all of these guys. And these seniors put on a show for senior night as we knew they would. Johnson's Accounting has been serving the Lincoln community and its surrounding areas for over 55 years. Lori and her team offer monthly business services such as sales tax, payroll, preparation of financial statements, and much more. They can easily set up a new business or an LLC. If you need a tax return, Johnson's Accounting handles personal, small business, partnership, and corporate returns. For Johnson's Accounting, no business is too large or too small. They can handle them all, so give them a call at 660-547-3332 and see what they can do for you. Folks, we appreciate you sticking with us through this broadcast. The Lincoln Cardinals took care of business tonight. Lane Johnson signing off for the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. This has been a Spooky Bear Media production. I appreciate Stephen Kranz and Connor Spry's help making this broadcast possible. We will see you Friday night as both the boys and the girls travel to Northwest to take on the Mustangs. Until then, be careful. We'll see you.